Hello and good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first ever episode of JEPodcast, powered by Jellyfish Education Philippines. In this podcast, we're going to discuss a few topics about study in Japan program, or if you want to study abroad or study here in the Philippines. For our very first episode, we're going to discuss a lot of things about study in Japan, study in abroad, or if you want to study Japanese here in the Philippines, together with our special guest for today. She is the Senior Program Consultant from Jellyfish Education Philippines, Ms. Alpha Sila Calmerin.
Hi everyone, I'm Alpha Sila Calmerin. I'm Senior Program Consultant at Jellyfish Education Philippines. So I'm in charge in handling the students' application, providing consultation and advice to our students. So we are in charge of guiding, monitoring the application of our students towards their success in student visa journey in Japan.
And our Sales Director, Ms. Maria Bernadette Laguador.
Hello everyone, I'm Bernadette, Director of Sales at Jellyfish Education Philippines. I'm doing well and I'm so excited for today's discussion.
I am very happy that they are here today, guys, for us to better understand the study in Japan program and at the same time, to give us more insightful comments, more insightful messages and inspiration or signs if you want to study here in Japan or study Japanese here in the Philippines, or, the steps that we need to take in order for us to achieve our Japan dreams. Yeah, that's right. Our Japan dreams. No, it's not just you guys. It can be me, it can be your friend, it can be your family, or it can be anyone here in the Philippines. And for our very first topic titled Dreamland, A Step Away to Japan and the Reality, hosted by yours truly, Ivan Cruz. For our very first question, what's the most common dreamland that students have about studying in Japan, and how do you gently introduce it to them?
Wow, that's a good question. Dreamland of our students. Well, many clients come to us with dreams of working, of course, and continuing studies in Japan, like taking master's or bachelor's degree. And for some, their desire to stay in this beautiful country is rooted in cherished memories from previous visits. Like, a lot of clients visited Japan, especially for the first time, and they fell in love with the country and eventually they want to stay there for good. And, they discovered a deep love for all that Japan has to offer, like the food, the culture, the people, transportation, the place itself. So, they really fell in love. And for others, a passion for Japanese culture, like watching anime. They love to watch anime. They love cosplaying. They love to eat Japanese food. So those things fuel their aspiration to live and study in Japan. And as part of the Jellyfish team, I'm dedicated to guiding applicants to this important journey right from the start. And my first step is, of course, to conduct a thorough assessment. It's very important. We need to check the applicant, we need to check the background, we need to check if the applicant is qualified. And, we openly discuss their hopes and dreams as well. And we provide options. It's essential for me to understand their background, their dreams, their hopes, and therefore, by understanding those things, we can explore all the available options together, like me and the student. And while the dream of going to Japan is inspiring, I want to ensure that we provide, especially our company, Jellyfish Philippines, we provide them the right support and services to, make that dream a reality. So, of course, it's our pleasure to assist our applicants from the very beginning up to the last step of the application.
So most of our students our applicants are really into Japan, that they are Japanese enthusiasts. They love reading manga. Some of them, they love watching animes. And they actually know Japan already ever since young. We are Filipinos aware about Japan already. And we know Japan is a well-developed country at the same time. And actually, it's not too hard to introduce Japan. However, little did they know, right now in Japan, they really need a lot of employees or manpower since their population are inverted. So for them to acquire the opportunities or better career in Japan, so we help them introduce the language program. So with the help of learning Japanese language, so this would be fit for them or help them achieve their purpose of study in Japan. Let's say their goal is further studies, to work, or to gain permanent residence in Japan. Well, here at Jellyfish Education, we offer programs. We have Nihongo class, we have Study in Japan program. So this education program is like an investment. So it's really worth it. So it also helped them to communicate with the Japanese, especially with Japanese, native Japanese. So it will be easy for them to have a conversation and also help them to easily immerse with the culture in Japan. So this is not just a study or learning to be bilingual, but also to gain a valuable experience with their study journey in Japan.
Second question. What was the biggest challenge you encountered from a student when they first showed interest in studying in Japan?
Ooh, biggest challenge. Okay. Well, there are a lot of challenges, to be honest. Just kidding. But I think the biggest challenge I encountered from a student after expressing interest is that if they truly wanted this, the entire application process and journey would not be easy. So I think that's the biggest challenge, that the entire application is not going to be easy. So we need like a commitment, from all the people involved, the student, sponsor, and of course us. So we really need to work hard and to commit. We need to approach this thoughtfully. This kind of challenge or concern, confirming that this path truly aligns with their desires, and they're really interested, they're really decided in enrolling, in pursuing this application, and that they have the means to pursue it. It's also important that they have the means to pursue it, because there are many interested applicants that, of course, they need to consider a lot of factors first before they can really commit. So it's very important that they will check all those factors. And it's important for me that each applicant feels supported and motivated as they navigate this significant decision. So I think that's the biggest challenge that I encountered so far from the previous applications of our students.
Of course, during at first, the beginning of the assessment, so we really carefully need to check their status or if the applicant is really qualified for this program. So specifically, their financial background or status. So we know that studying abroad is not that cheap. So we really carefully check if they're with sponsor, that is someone blood or legally related to them, or relative that can support their studies. So I think that's one of the challenging parts during our assessment, during qualifying our students or applicants. And but that can be manageable, or we are finding solutions for that. So we help our students, we give them advice. And of course, also a challenging part is their motivation to learn the language. So they must really have the interest to learn Nihongo. They must be the motivation to pursue this program and to have the interest about the culture in Japan, because without that, without the interest in Nihongo or learning the language, it will be difficult for them to achieve their goal. So it should be an overall package with our students or applicants, or for those interested, they should be financially, emotionally, physically ready, and that would also help them to get an improvement on their own self, no? They can also build up their discipline as well during the process or this application. So their student visa application in Japan.
And for our third question, can you walk us through the typical journey of a student you assist from the initial consultation to their arrival in Japan?
Okay, when it comes to the journey of our students, we have a dedicated team, of course, and our team conducts a thorough assessment, and that is to address every aspect of the application process. It's very important that the student and sponsor understand the complete details, the whole application process, and we need to ensure that all applicants will have like enough time and support before they like commit or decide like in enrolling for the study in Japan. And we understand that this kind of program or commitment, it involves a lot of considerations, the money, the budget, the documents, the guarantor, a lot of things, That's why we guide all the applicants from the first step up to the last step. And from the contract signing, application fee payments, and of course, submission of requirements. And our specialized documentation team is committed to assisting students through the entire journey, including the certificate of eligibility application, visa applications, until they successfully obtain their visas and depart for Japan. And even after their arrival, we still have like our support. Our support continues. Students can always like reach out to us if they have concerns or questions, and their success is our top priority, and we are here to support our student every step of the way. So our team will be here, and we will be very happy to assist our students from the first step up to the last step. So it's our pleasure to assist our students.
Well, with my experience of working here in Jellyfish, so since I've able to handle lots of applications, I've witnessed a lot of process and journey of our different cases of our students. And the one thing I was too proud of to share was one of my students that she was already 38 years old. 39, I think 38 to 39, and we were able to process her. And actually, based to her background, she's already 39 and she's undergrad, and at the same time she has a background in Japan. She was an ex-trainee, and also she has a concern with a sponsor. But despite of her that inequalities or background with her case, successfully we've able to apply her. We able to find the school that could possibly accept her despite of her background, and we're able to process her documents to the school and the immigration. And towards her goal, the school has the support to her to pursue her goal, to push further studies in Japan. So that's her goal in Japan. She wants to pursue further studies and eventually to work in the medical industry. So I was so happy and surprised that with this service of Jellyfish Education, with the help of our documentation team, so with their knowledge, their expertise, so they just do not get documents or just apply students, but we're also helping them to resolve cases or issues upon their application. So that's the good thing about the service of Jellyfish Education. We're doing brainstorming to actually check everything and to find ways on how we can help this applicant or this student to go to Japan. So I've witnessed that, and I'm so proud and happy to share it with you guys. And aside from that, our students, they have the assistance also with our documentation team. So they really carefully check everything, and with our documentation team help, so we cannot able to get the success approval rate of the students. And right now, I think she's already working in Japan, and I think she's also planning to enroll and pursuing her career in the medical industry in Japan. So I'm so happy and that I witnessed and I became part of her journey with this type of program, and we're so happy and we achieved that we're able to help someone who is really dreaming of to go to Japan despite of her background. And if they think that it's impossible to go to Japan because there are lots of needed requirements, qualifications, and the background, for example, like sponsorship, like that, or different concerns. So we are here, we are Jellyfish Education. We've been in this industry for 12 years, and we've able to experience a lot of cases when definitely you can put the trust on us to help you process, like what we did with with my applicant, with my student, and now she's living her dream in Japan and just working already, and also at the same time enrolling for a medical industry. So I'm so happy to share that thing, and I've able to witness that part of her success.
And for our second to the last question, many students worry about financing their studies. What advice or tips can you give them about looking for a part-time job and how they can save from their expenses in Japan?
Yes, students are allowed to work part-time jobs, and once they arrive in Japan, students will soon have the opportunity to work part-time for up to 28 hours a week. And it will help them earn for their living expenses, like for the food, transportation. Where and how they can find part-time jobs, I think, well, there are a lot of ways. Definitely they can explore various online platforms for job openings, and they can inquire. They can also ask their language schools for available opportunities. Most of the schools can assist, especially if you're gonna get accommodations from them. By the way, to clarify, part-time jobs are optional. It's not really required for all students, because there are some students who prefer to focus solely on their studies, but there are also some students who would like to experience working part-time, so it's up to them. There are advantages and disadvantages, so you just need to check, okay? And how you can save money, well, cost of living in Japan is higher compared to the Philippines. So I think, of course, a part-time job is going to be helpful if they will do it. But at the same time, they should be acquainted with their new environment, including the transportation, the prospects restaurants, and of course the local attractions. I think it's important that you are knowledgeable and familiar with the place, with the new country, so you can strategize, on how you can survive and how your daily living will be. And other ways would be maybe students can consider grocery shopping and cooking at home instead of dining out frequently. And maybe the student can use a bicycle for transportation, or choose an accommodation near to your language school. Those are just simple ways, but there are a lot of ways on how they can save up. Also, I'm not saying that they will not, eat something nice. Of course, it's nice to treat themselves from time to time, especially if good news happen, or if they perform well at school, or if they pass a certain test. It's nice to somehow treat yourself. And studying is somehow exhausting, and at the same time working part-time, it's also tiring. So it's nice that you treat yourself from time to time, and you'll enjoy your stay in Japan. So balancing, I think, is the key as well. So students must balance the studies, the part-time job, and their social life.
Well, with the financial aspect with our students, we discuss carefully everything, especially at the beginning, like all the expenses and estimated expenses they will pay on this application or process, and also the tuition fee from the language school. So we have to disclose or explain well, and so that they can prepare somehow, and how much will be the fees that they need to pay for this application. So they are aware, and they must be financially ready and prepared for this application at the same time. So we also advise them that when, like for example, during their departure in Japan, they should have at least a pocket money to support their, like, for emergency funds, for just in case there will be delay with their sponsors payment for the tuition. So at least they have the pocket money for extra fees or expenses they will have in Japan. And then for the part-time job, I think we have the support, our agency Jellyfish. We can give them like list of companies or agencies that they can try to apply in Japan, especially the school. They have the support and assistance to do so for finding employment for part-time job in Japan. So definitely they can earn as well in Japan. They can work there, they can earn. And what advice we can give is they should learn how to save since while they are still studying in Japan. As student visa handler, we know that living in Japan is not cheap. So the living expense is quite high, and they should learn how to be thrifty as a student at first, no? So since they're just doing part-time job, and they might earn just the 28 hours per week, so they might earn the allowances only that can support their food, transport allowance, their accommodation expenses. So unlike those who are working full-time in Japan. So we advise them as much as possible to be financially responsible, no? In their study in Japan, so that it's also would be to help them to avoid debts. to avoid debts. So they should not have debts in Japan, so that because if they have debts, no, probably it can lead them to stress, and like that can possible affect their studies and their focus in study in Japan. So we don't want that to our students to have the stress thing while they're studying. So we want them to focus on their study and enjoy their life in studying and staying in Japan. So we advise them they should earn, they should save, they should be thrifty and responsible financially once they are in Japan. So at least they can have their extra funds, or in case for emergency funds. So then that would also help them sustain their stay and their daily living expenses in Japan.
For our last question, what was the most valuable lesson you've learned from working with students who are pursuing their dreamland in Japan?
Well, lessons. Well, there are a lot of lessons, to be honest, but I think the most valuable lesson I've learned from 11 years of working with students is that every journey is different and has its challenges. Achieving our dreams, whether big or small, often requires sacrifice and, of course, guys, hard work. Patience is the key. If you want to achieve or accomplish something, you need to pursue it. You need to really work hard for it. And it will not happen like overnight. It will not happen immediately or instantly, but I believe that with dedication, it is achievable, it is possible. And the fulfillment that comes from reaching your goals makes it all worthwhile. So, every journey is different, and that's why we are here to guide each student in their dream and in their journey to study in Japan.
Well, I'm also learning lessons from our students, and every time I was able to receive success stories or know our students' experiences, I get inspired and being motivated in this job and to help more other applicants and to guide them as well so that they can pursue their dream to study there in Japan. And there are lots of values. It's not just a program or about the money that they will spend in this application, but they may able to gain a lot of values and great experiences while learning Japanese language. Aside from having experience, they may able to face challenges that will also help them improve as an independent individual in other country, which is in Japan. No? So, and also to keep them more motivated and keep learning. So, through this language program, so it will be their stepping stone to fulfill their dream to work there or let's say further studies or to have better career opportunities. So, with their experiences or learning, they may able to share it with their family, friends, or future generations. So of course, if you have this experience and you're able to improve yourself with the help of this program, definitely you become a better person. Okay, so I think that's the good thing about this program. Is not just about learning but also gaining valuable experience and experiencing culture, and at the same time to become a better person. So that's why it's all really worth it to have this program or to try to study in Japan.
Let's just wrap up. Everything that was discussed for today is very, inspirational, meaningful, and I've learned a lot as well, as the host. And, I can see that a lot of students are struggling, a lot of students are having a hard time when they want to study in Japan. But, with the help of the staff from Jellyfish Education Philippines, we can assure that their study in Japan dreams can come true, and at the same time they can attain a certain level of expertise. And for our guest for today, any message for our viewers and for those who want to study in Japan but having a hard time finding an agency or right agency?
Well, I had fun, and I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you for allowing me to share important information about study in Japan. And to all aspiring applicants who are dreaming of visiting Japan someday, whether for vacation, studies, or work, guys, keep on dreaming, manifesting, and working hard, because I believe that nothing is impossible. So, if the time isn't right now, so it might be soon. So, countless opportunities await you. So just be patient, guys. And our team, Jellyfish Philippines, is always here, ready and excited to support you. And I look forward that one of these days, I will hear your inspiring story, witness your journey, and cheer for your success in Japan. And I hope that you can be one of our students soon, and we will be very happy to assist you. So again, thank you so much, and have a great day.
Hello to our viewers. Thank you for supporting Jellyfish Education and following our Facebook page, and keep on following Jellyfish Education. So for those interested, maybe this is your chance, this is your moment to take a risk, to try, to learn language and study in Japan. So rest assured, we're able to give you the best service we can offer to you guys, and we're here we're here to guide you and help you in everything towards your study in Japan journey. So thank you so much and hope to see you all soon. Bye!
And that's it for our very first episode. And I am happy to share this with you guys. And even me, I've learned a lot. And I hope you guys learned a lot from this episode. By the way, my name is Ivan, your host for today. And we're going to see you on the next episode where we're going to discuss a lot of things if you want to study in Japan or more, or the things to process. So just watch out for the second episode. And for now, I'm going to say my farewell. So bye guys, and see you on the other day.